All right, good morning, everyone. Hit me with questions. Use that Q&A button. Drop your questions in chat. I will say this. We might have the most disgusting batch of morning runners I can remember in a while. UONE, Vive, VVPR. There's always a trade. Okay, there's always a trade, but yuck, man, what a bunch of trash this morning. So anyway, that being said, let's get to work. Somebody asking about IZEA. IZEA dead. Well, NVAX make a recovery, needs news. Here's the thing with NVAX. This is a virus play, virus runner. It's massively off of its highs, but you also got to remember, before coronavirus, this was a $4 stock, okay? So there's going to be some profit taking. Just have realistic expectations, okay? Look at, in February, $4 stock. It's still 112, okay? People are going to take profits. Have realistic expectation. What happened to the Monday night session? I'm here twice a day, every single day. 8:30 and noon. Well, I wasn't here yesterday at noon, but I had a business meeting, so I always like when I get yelled at for not doing more lives. Should I swing RKT? I love RKT. We actually did a webinar. 8:33 a.m. RKT was main swing trade watch in last night's strategy session. Where is it? Hold on. So I did a sheet last night in the steady trade strategy session. I know you can't read it because my handwriting is atrocious, but RKT checks basically every box. Love RKT. Again, I spent half an hour on it last night. Love it. Jivo, speaking of terrible stocks, nothing dies in this market though. Man, Jivo's still, that's the wildest thing Jivo is the worst of the worst. There might not be any worse stock or company than Jivo, and it's still at $1.50. Wild times, man. Late day VWAP. If this holds VWAP, this might be the top trash runner. So, 834 Jivo. Possibly the worst stock in the world, but it is still holding almost all of its gains. VWAP hold into the afternoon. This blows out short sellers. Shorts get blown again. So what you want to see this thing do, remember our standard, I've got YouTube videos on this. I've got blog posts on this. You're looking for that hugging action, okay? Grind to hold in VWAP, and then that high volume perk to the high of the day into the afternoon. So that's what we're looking for. Vive, terrible, bleh, disgusting, yuck. I hate Vive. Ooh, look at that. Ah! Listen, if you bring up the chart of Vive, please, please get the children out of the room. Okay? If you've got kids under 18, please get them out of the room before you bring up the chart of VIVE. Children should not have to witness something like this, okay? I mean, there's a time and a place. There's ugliness in the world. There's terrible things in the world. But at some point, you need to shelter your kids, and they should not be subjected to the horrors of the Vive long-term chart, okay? So, that being said, I don't see anything here. So, 835, Vive, worst chart ever. Ignore. What do you think about Apple? I mean, you guys know I love Apple every day. You know I love Tesla every day. SRNE, chance of coming back? Probably not. You know, SRNE had the hit piece. It's probably dead. Remember, we talked about this for weeks and weeks and weeks. Okay, remember that Hindenburg hit piece on SRNE came out weeks ago? You know, and we talked about that maybe this was the end. Yeah, I mean, looks like August 10th or 11th, 2 weeks ago. I told you, I'm like, hey, nothing but respect for Hindenburg. They do great work. 2 weeks ago, I talked about that. I said, hey, they're probably going to finally kill SRNE. So, I mean, if you don't listen, I can't help you. So, what do you think about Forex? Forex, keep in mind, Forex is only a tool for banks or hedge funds to hedge risk, okay? Vic, I love you, but Forex is not for the average retail trader. It's for banks. It's for hedge funds. Don't get suckered in to thinking you're smarter than the Wharton MBAs or the Harvard MBAs that are working down at Goldman Sachs, that are working at Bank of America, that are working at Blackstone, that are working at Renaissance Capital. Okay, you're not. You don't have an edge in Forex. You know where you do have an edge? You know where you can find an edge? Trading against idiot penny stockers, okay? Idiots that don't do any due diligence, that just buy stocks, close their eyes, hope, people that say it's going to the moon, you know, all this stupid stuff. You can compete with idiot penny stockers. You can't compete, no offense, with Wharton and Harvard MBAs and the biggest and Deutsche Bank and you know the biggest banks in the world. You can't compete with them. You can compete with idiot penny stockers. Thoughts on Pfizer? Pfizer got kicked out of the S&P 500. That's not bullish. When you get kicked out of the S&P 500, it's not bullish. So, someone asking about Ovid. Offering. Ignore it. Ovid did an offering at $8. Come on, use your news feed, man. Who's asking about Ovid? Ovid. Offering at $8. I mean, come on, man. At least do a little bit of due diligence. I mean, at least just look at your news feed. How many questions do I get in the queue each day? Right now, I've got, I just scrolled for like 10 seconds. So how many do I get? I would say hundreds. So Mr. McStew, I do the best I can, but I'm guessing just scrolling really fast, hundreds. So, will Tesla go up after the spit? Probably. SGLB. Woo! Whoa, what do we got? What do we got? Whoa, all right, maybe we got something interesting. Okay, SGLB. 840. SGLB, low floater. Okay, what do we got here? Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, all right. 3D printing. Oh, I like 3D printing. With Mitsubishi, so with a big partner. Contract win with big partner. 3D printing has been a hot sector. Good volume, man. 1 million shares. 1 million shares in a couple minutes. Good volume. Not really a former run. This has ran in the past, hasn't it? Well, not really. Man, I swore this was a former runner. Man, that's a big multi-month breakout. Man, so I would say, what am I gonna say when we got a low floater with great volume, with news and a huge pre-market? So my hope, what I want, let this thing hold, pull, and re-break 8 into that 945 window. SGLB. Sorry. So plan as of 8:42 a.m. Ideally, this slows down a little. Slows down a little, pulls at the open, and breaks 8 or the HOD into the 945 window. All right, that's probably, yeah, I got to run. Yeah, thank you, Black or Blue Sky. I knew SGLB had ran. I'm just rushing. So I'm gonna add former runner to that. So former runner. So there we go. Main dip and rip as of 8:42 a.m. SGLB low floater contract win with a big partner. Former runner. 3D printing has been a hot sector. Good volume and a big multi-month breakout. Plan as of 8:42 a.m. Ideally, this slows down a little, pulls at the open, and breaks 8 or whatever the high of the day is into that 945 window. Have a great day, everyone. I will be back at noon. I just had a business meeting yesterday. Good stuff. Many of you might know I'm working on this makerspace. Not to spend too much time. I'll talk about it more later, but I'm working on this makerspace to teach, ideally teach youth practical skills like carpentry, welding, stuff like that. So anyway, I was working on some stuff for that. Excited to get that going. Like I don't have enough going on already, but that makerspace will be a charity. I'll donate my time to some of these youth or even adults. I mean, hey, if you want to learn some welding, if you want to learn some carpentry, and I'll be doing it for free. So I had to do the work to get some of that charity stuff done. And have a great day, everyone. We will see you at noon. And come on, SGLB. Let's do it. So, all right. See you guys later.